it's time to go beyond plus ultra for more Boku no Hero Academia.
Can I has my points?
Right? Because I wasn't entirely correct because I said it was. I forget exactly my words, but I thought something along the lines of quirk enhancement.
That's kind of what you had landed on, yeah.
I should have stuck with my first thing of a speed boost because it kind of was.
It is, but what I'm more curious about that they haven't shown yet is the secondary effect that they talk about.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure if that's still there after it was integrated into One for All, or if that part's gone now.
Yeah. Hmm. So yes, I'll give you 5 points.
Yeah.
More points for your throne of points.
It's getting pointier. It's getting less comfortable, but I still can't get rid of them.
Uh,
I think one might be poking me in the butt right now.
you know, I don't mind that. As long as as long as you're uncomfortable on your point throne, I am happy.
At the very least, I can use it as a very effective back scratcher.
While I am sitting on my beanbag chair points.
No. That's still too many. It's a
Oh,
very empty beanbag chair.
oh, wah, wah. Dude, shut up! Dude, come on! I have more points than that! Come on!
You have I have thousands of points. You have dozens.
Dude!
I thought I was being more generous there. Fine. You have hundreds to my
Yay!
thousands.
Oh.
My tens of thousands.
uh,
It takes a lot of points. They're very small to make a point thrown.
us arguing about this will be like the next 10 minutes, but let's not do that. Let's not do that and discuss episode 13.
We'll swing back around to it. Don't worry.
And I was thinking that
I
episode
was very sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. You go
that
ahead.
episode 150 should be coming up soon. It was actually last episode.
Oh, hey, cool. Deku arriving is episode 150.
Yes. And something that I forgot about and I made a note of it so I would not forget that every episode I wanted to mention this, but I forgot. Bones, the 25th anniversary, I just want to acknowledge and say, hey, happy 25 years to Bones.
They really bone down. Or maybe bone up in this case.
Yes.
Maybe someone can help him out with that. Otherwise, we might see some other version of Kill la Kill. So I got worried at the start of this episode. I got real worried. Because the way this opens up, I'm like, oh no, don't tell me this is. I realized what number it was. It's episode 13. I'm like, don't tell me this is a recap episode. Please don't do that to me.
I don't remember it being that way, so I wasn't afraid of anything.
We've had recap episodes in these before. So I was like, oh, is this just going to be a recap? Is it going to be shit? Oh, I was worried. No, it's not. It does have more of a recap here than I would have expected or wanted, but no, it is straight up. We are continuing forward.
Yeah, because the first part right after the beginning recap was almost exactly the same as last episode, and I'm like, what's going on?
Well, like everything is just like recapping. Like we're going back to like where everyone's at. We're back to like Dobby resurrecting himself as a revenant from the grave. We're back to the point where All for One is rewinding, like initially rewinding himself.
Hmm. And then we have Deku contacting the
Still,
burst
still
again.
running, still flying through the ocean. Yeah,
Yeah, and I went back and I'm like, wait a minute. Is this episode 12 and it was just mislabeled as 13, and the dialogue between them is exactly the same.
which is why I'm like, we're in recap world. Please no.
Yeah.
So like the first 4 or so minutes of this, which also includes like the intro, I'm like, we're doing a recap, aren't we? I was very upset. I'm like, I waited twice. We got delayed in the Olympics twice because of the Olympics twice. And here I am having to deal with a recap at the end of this.
Mm-mm.
But no, we got some fucking jets flying in to help Deku slingshot himself further forward and faster.
I don't remember Black Whip being sticky.
Didn't he just like wrap it in or grab onto like a section of it underneath, it looks
Um,
like?
I thought he Spider-Man his way across.
Let's see here. He shoots it out. It does kind of stick. I'm not sure if it did or not. Then again, he was using it to swing around in like the city when he was like
Right,
Dark Deku or whatever.
right. Yeah.
There's nothing to say that he didn't have Black Whip like dig into the paneling of the aircraft too a little bit to hold on to. But yeah, cool. Guys are here from Stars Brigade and they're like, we're fucking ignoring orders to go back. We're helping you, kid. Star said so. From the grave. So yeah, they basically give him the ability to slingshot using their planes in order to speed himself all the way back.
And then we have a repeat scene of the Peachy Keen and Deku coming in and giving a big ol' smash to Shiggy for one.
So here's the thing, right? Here's what I'm not sure about. I did take a peek at this because I wanted to see if there was anything different prior in the manga leading up to this point.
Okay.
Because I was curious how badly like they had censored both Mirko and Bakugo's damage
Hmm.
for the anime. I feel like Mirko is a lot fucking worse off in that manga, and
Oh.
Bakugo is just like shredded. Um,
Oh.
I'm not sure if in the anime, fucking Lemillion here has his pants down when he does this.
Oh, so it was like a full mooning.
I think he fully moons him,
Oh.
which would explain why he's more shocked and stops. Just someone doing this, like you'd be a little like, huh, what the fuck? Whatever, I'm just gonna kill you. It's a full moon, and you're like, wait, what?
Oh. Oh. Speaking about the manga for just a minute, I remember hearing about this a while ago, but it was something like, okay, do you remember on some more fan servicey DVDs how some of them had reversible covers?
I mean, I don't know because I didn't have any of those, but I understand why they would be there.
Uh, Chapter 368 kind of had a situation like that. I forget the entire story behind it, but I know the end result was Horikoshi had to apologize for the cover of Chapter 368
Let me see, because now I'm curious.
because Toru is completely visible in her hero
Oh,
costume
oh, interesting. Okay. Uh, huh.
with like police tape over her boobs and like, partially her crotch because she's like kneeling down. I forget the
I see it
story,
now. Here we go.
but I think this was just a fun picture he was drawing, and he was just like, I'm gonna send this in for comedy purposes. Like, they won't accept this, and they did. And he was like, oh, well, okay
That
then.
one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen worse.
So,
Shonen Jump has accepted worse ones.
mm, so I am not 100% sure on if this was a comedy thing, since this was. Oh, when did this chapter drop?
I mean, I think the comedy's meant to be that it's keep out tape.
Yeah. This chapter dropped October 3rd, 2022. So it was like
Was this before or after we saw what she actually looks like?
long, long before.
Okay, yeah. So, one, I would have held on to this until we actually got to see what she looked like, and two,
Oh wait, no, no, no.
I feel
What? Oh wait, no. This 368 came, and we already saw her in the beginning of this season, right?
oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know where 368 was in this, as far as like
Well,
chapter versus where we are in the anime.
that is the middle
That's
part
why I
of
was asking.
that is the middle part of this episode.
Hmm.
The middle chapter.
Okay. All right. So I am curious why he chose Toru at all for this as the cover for this one.
Like I said, I forget, but it may have been for comedy purpose. Like, haha, I'm going to send in a very borderline seductive picture of Toru.
I don't see this one as seductive, if I'm being real.
Okay,
It's not really a seductive pose in my opinion.
okay.
She's just kind of sitting there.
Mm.
Like she's
But,
not even trying to cover her bits or anything. She's just like, whatever. I'm here, I guess.
mm. But,
Like it's a very blank kind of facial expression. Like if
yeah.
there is anything, it's maybe the slightest bit of a frown. Oh,
Ye-
anyway, we're getting onto a tangent.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, peachy keen asses, yeah.
so Shiggy is surprised Deku is even stronger. But wait, maybe this is his power.
What is his power?
The power of the second? How Deku is even stronger than before?
I don't know if he comes to that conclusion at that point because Deku hasn't even used the second.
But I know
What
he.
we're seeing is more like, but before any of that even happens, we're seeing him freaking out over what he sees when he gets there.
No, with the red glowing bits?
Isn't Fajin the second?
No.
Is Fajin the third? Fajin's the third, no?
Yeah, yeah. So
I was
maybe.
gonna say the second is the one that we're learning about in
Mhm.
this episode.
So maybe Fajin was what she was talking about.
Yeah, because he mentions a glow and it's the red glow he had.
Ah, okay.
Either way, Shiggy's there taunting Deku about like, look at all the presents I've left you. It's so great. Oh boy. And Deku starts going berserk. Like his anger starts kicking in.
And what is like pouring out of him? I have it down as like Black Whip's question mark.
Hold on, let me get back to that. Yeah, it seems like it's more Blackwick leaking out of like every single part of his body.
And Mirio is trying to calm down Izuku.
Yeah, he comes in and is like, "Look, nothing's dead yet. We yet. It's the key word because Ed Shot will be dead if even if he succeeds."
Yeah, and Bakugo is
Just
bad.
kind of lying there, taking a break. Oh, he's kicking back.
As of now, Bakugo
Probably thinking I
is,
could use an alcoholic drink right about now. Someone get me a mimosa.
as of now, Bakugo is technically dead.
Technically, he is dead. In the same way that someone whose heartbeat has stopped before being resuscitated has died. But yeah, Mirio is there trying to like wake him back up. Plus, we're getting flashbacks to like the other vestiges being like, "Wake the fuck up, bro! Control your anger. Don't let it, consume you."
I think it was the third that told Deku to use the anger as power, but don't let it control you.
Nope, that was the sixth. That was the Black Whip's owner.
Oh, okay, okay.
But Deku gets himself back under control, and he's like, "All right, hyper mode activate. My eyes are glowing now."
All for one. Is Shigaraki still in there?
Knock knock, is Shiggy home?
To
That's
which,
what this episode basically is. It's Deku knocking on the door that is Shigaraki's body. Knock knock, I'm coming in.
more like smash, smash, I'm coming in.
No. He's being very polite. He just has to knock really hard so that way they can hear him. It's a
You
very thick door.
gotta knock a little louder.
Doorbell's not working, buddy. I gotta knock this door super hard.
Um, and according to Shigi for One, All for One has merged in and is now one being.
Fully absorbed his consciousness as one, which, yeah, not so much.
Yeah, because of his freak out last episode.
That was the clue. The real question is like, are all three of them still separate? Because we know the kid is still separate. We don't know how together Shiggy is with All for One.
I'm I'm going to be guessing that Shiggy and All for One are merged, but the kid is still separate, and
Mm-hmm.
like his family as fingers is a sign of that.
I mean, that seems to be the tip off to Nana when she sees what they're looking like on that hand. So yeah, we get to see some more fight going on where it's super one sided. Get to see
Yeah,
what Ajin mixed with Black Whip to make it into like a weird kind of chain.
Black Chain,
And we get to find out what the second skill is. Gear shift.
which changes the speed of things that he touches.
So that's what I'm not sure of, right? When they're discussing it originally, it seems like that's what it originally was. Originally, it worked on small objects and it could change the speed of those objects, making it faster, slower, or what have you, right? In this case, it seems like it might only affect Deku, or at least that's all we've seen it be able to do so far. I don't know if it still affects other objects.
Oh,
Because in that case, there's a whole other level to what this can do then. Not only can it speed up Deku, it can slow down fucking Shiggy.
it was stated that it ignores inertia.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's like rocking along at like 60 miles an hour, he could come to a screeching halt in like
Yep.
a quarter second.
And that kind of stress on the body is extreme. Like if that's still applying that force to the body.
Is that
Also makes sense that the second is saying like you got 5 minutes.
I was just
And
about to
hopefully
ask.
not Dragon Ball Z 5 minutes. Because that's going to be the rest of the season at least then.
I mean, we are on chapter 367, 68, 69. I know it ended at 4:30. I'm not too sure how long the epilogue arc was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say we, and I know they'll jump back to original for one fight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be bouncing around.
Yeah, and the stuff next week. So
So here's one of the things I'm curious about too.
yes.
We know that the two all for ones, the ones inside of Shiggy and the one that still exists out in the real world, have communication with each other, right?
I
I
think
know that they're supposed to be separated enough that they believe they're too far to communicate right now.
yes.
My question is, what happens if all for one original manages to get close enough to get into contact with his other self? And
Uh
that's at the point where Deku's like ripping out the kid and
oh.
like pulling Shiggy apart from all for one.
Oh.
Is that gonna be when he rockets in?
I'm not sure. Interesting thought though.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, Gear Shift is an interesting quirk in that we get to see there's at least 4 different gears, and
Uh,
then mixing it with Fajin makes it an overdrive into what is essentially a 5th gear.
and transmission is a 4-hit punch combo
Mm-hmm.
or 4-punch combo.
Mm-hmm. Jumping from one gear to the next.
And when he increases gears, is that speed, strength, a combination?
I think it's arguably a combination,
Okay.
in part because of like if you're faster, you're going to hit harder, right? You're moving in this. Let's say the one object is flying at like 5 miles an hour. You're gonna hit hard. Like, what is it? Let's go with like a MythBusters thing. Do you remember when they split a car in half using just a V plow?
I have not watched enough Mythbusters that I remember that.
Okay, so there is an episode where that happens, right? So let's say that plow is just moving at like 30 miles an hour. It's still going to deal some damage. It's not going to cut that car in half. If it's moving at 250 miles an hour, it's going to slice through that car.
Mm.
Same thing, moving at a much faster speed is going to do more damage. So arguably, it's stronger.
Mm.
Also, according to Mirio, at minimum, he's hitting faster than the speed of sound right now. Because the sound is reaching his ears after he sees what is happening.
Whoa.
I don't know which gear is getting him there, but one of them is.
And did he slice off his arm, or was that at the very end?
Shiggy?
Yeah.
And
Okay. So,
I mean, he kind of like explodes it more than rips it off, but sure.
uh, so Deku's planning on using all the parts of One for All to counter anything Shiggy may do, like setting up a smoke screen, moving in with Fajin and Black Whip.
Also, like, if he's starting to predict me, I'm going to start moving more unpredictably.
Using Danger Sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
it's
he's currently, from what they're saying, doing out 120% of everything right now.
so it's good that he's like pushing all these parts of All for One in like unison and to their full potential.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we got a nice big hit on Shiggy, where we get to see like a bit of the inner side of All for One and One for All. And we get to see, the little flashback of what this quirk used to be, which we've mentioned. I am curious why this one specifically was altered so drastically from its original as compared to the rest. But it is interesting. So yeah, nice big hit.
I think it was a quintuple overdrive.
Could have been, yeah. I don't have the, yeah, what's it called? Detroit Smash? Quintuple. Just
Okay.
quintuple. But this is where he starts trying to realize what's going on, only for him to just stop midair, ignoring the inertia and doing all the fancy movements. And we finally get the big one where he comes in. Shiggy tries to like attack him with the big arm, only for Deku to just completely decimate that by punching directly through it. And then we're in the Intermind Palace, where we get to see a little bit of like the dark black hole that is the inside of Shigaraki.
And like, is All for One and One for All kind of half merged at this point?
I mean, they mentioned that they both kind of share a weird mental plane, where usually they're separate, but if they're close enough together, they kind of resonate with each other.
Okay.
Like, they are equal yet opposite for what they do, right? But we get to see a sneak peek of what looks like All for One, just, bleeding purple blood everywhere as he tries to hold everything together on the inside of the mental plane. I don't know which one's causing that to happen, but someone is.
And then something starts coming out of the hole?
Shiggy's very upset because he's like, it's everyone else's fault. I couldn't use my fucking quirks. I couldn't use shit. Also, I would like to say this is where Shiggy's voice and All for One's are kind of like talking in unison. So it makes me think like this whole situation is just bringing them closer to union rather than separating them at the moment. Until someone says something about friends, and then maybe it's going to break again.
Yeah. So
But
what
yeah,
do you
something
think is
starts.
climbing out of his hole?
I'm guessing the body's evolving again. I don't know what it's going to be this time, but it's changing. That said, he also brings up something about if it's everything that's brought us to this point, then I still have something up my sleeve, which, considering we flashed to it, it's Spinner. It's something to do with him, and that's definitely what's implied by the preview for the next episode.
Yep. Is
Hey, we get to see what Octoman gets to do this time.
Octoman
We finally get to
versus
see
Hulk Spinner.
what his importance in this is. Octoman and Annie Talk. I think that one's actually his real hero name, is Annie Talk.
Any voice, I believe.
I was close. So we get to see what the fuck that's about next episode, so I guess we don't want to get to watch Shigaraki fight Deku anymore.
No! Well, we may only have 5 minutes with Spinner.
I'm leaning more toward we have 5 minutes with Shiggy and Deku at best, and we're cutting to fucking Spinner.
Mm.
We're cutting to hulked out Spinner.
Spinner smash!
Spinner can barely hold his drool in his mouth at this point.
Poor Spinner.
I
But yeah,
used to drool everywhere. Holy shit.
this was a fun episode.
Uh-huh. Oh, also, we get to see what Octoman looks like without, what is his name? Shoji, that's his name. We get to see what his face looks like without the mask on. Which is weird. Because every time we've seen his face, it's looked like a flat human face. But the minute that that mask is off, he's got, like, animal mouth. I don't know how the mask hid that shape. Like, unless this angle just makes it look weird, but, like, looks like a very long mouth and a muzzle.
We may have to see that next time.
Yeah, it'll be a next time. Unless the Olympics decide to get in the way again.
The Paralympics, I believe, is coming now or very soon.
Hey, we're going to delay episode 14 for the Olympics again.
Please, not that I care about disabled athletes. Please, no more breaks.
Not that I can. Wow. That's very heartless.
Did I phrase that incorrectly?
Yes, you did. Not that I care.
I thought I said not that I don't care.
I did not hear the word don't.
Crap, I'm gonna be canceled, aren't I?
So once you're canceled, do I get all your points? Is that how that works?
No.
Do you wanna write your last will and testament after being canceled? Can I have your points, please?
Instead of canceling us, you should subscribe to us.
Hey, whoa! What's this us business? You're the one getting canceled here, not me. I didn't say
Okay.
nothing wrong.
Okay.
I didn't say nothing wrong yet.
Okay. Subscribe to me. And him.
I can inherit the channel too, right?
So like, comment, subscribe, and come back with us next week when we discuss the next episode of Boku no Hero Academia.
We'll find out whether or not Bones has had their bones taken care of.
Catch everybody later.
Bye.